What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy, for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with a weekly reading. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would gratefully appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, everybody, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Aries. So let's go ahead and get it poppin'. Shout out to Kevin. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to the Aries gang. As always, everybody, if you guys want to get yourselves a personal read, visit my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Link is in the description box down below if you'd like to book me there. I do want to say what's up here to a couple of peeps, then we'll go ahead and get started. Kevin, what's poppin'? What's going on? Craig, B-Dub, Nad, Marissa, hey, what's going on, girl? What's going on, Reptor? What's going on, Princess Chloe? What's going on, Fawn? Letitia, Healing Hearts, hello, hello. What's up, William? What's going on, Jamie T? Fawn, hello, hello, guys. Hope you're all doing great. Without a further ado, though, let's get it poppin', beginning here with the zodiac sign of Aries. So let's see what's going on here for the Ram fam, okay? What insight and information, please, is going to be showing up here for our zodiac signs of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus moving throughout this week. What do we got going on, guys, for the zodiac sign of Aries, September 24th through the 30th? Let's take a look here at this week, guys. Hopefully, we got something interesting coming on out here for you. Beginning here with the overall energy, Fool card in reverse. Not wanting to really take risks. Some of you here might not be feeling within your element. Fool card is the Aries energy and the Aries card. Taking a look here at the current energy, the Temperance, what it is you're dealing with here. Seven of Cups in reverse. Looking at the outcome for you guys is going to be the Six of Pentacles in reverse as well. So interesting week. I'm hearing like play it safe this week. Not a week for risks, not a week for impulses, definitely a week to get yourself as centered as possible. Taking a look here at the current energy, you have here the Temperance card, the card here that talks about centering yourself emotionally, looking at what you're dealing with. Seven of Cups reverse, focusing at one thing at a time, not taking on too much, not overwhelming yourself. Looking at the outcome here, Six of Pentacles reversed, maybe this might be a little bit of a week where it feels pretty hard to stay balanced. It could feel a little bit hard to stay focused. Therefore, this is not the time to be taking plenty of risks or, you know, putting yourself in a position to where you can be incredibly overwhelmed. This is a week to take it one day and one step at a time, is what it feels like here, Aries, moving throughout the 24th here to the 30th. So if there's anything I can recommend here from what I'm seeing, I do feel like playing it safe is the good option. I feel like any kind of risk here this week might not necessarily be worth the reward. It does feel here too that this is a great time to focus up on getting centered. I see here once again Seven of Cups in the reverse position. Focus on everything one step at a time, one day at a time. Not the time to overwhelm yourself. You might feel like this week is a little bit chaotic with that Six of Pentacles in reverse. However, if you can do what you can to remain centered and grounded, if you can take each day one day and one step at a time, you're going to be looking absolutely fantastic. There's going to be nothing going on here this week out of the ordinary, so long as we focus on not taking too big risks or too much of a big risk, or any kind of impulses are acted on or anything of that nature. So I feel here for Aries peeps, really just focusing on being as focused as possible, being on point as possible, taking it day by day, not overwhelming yourself or overloading yourself. You'll be looking at a very tranquil and peaceful week. And I feel like that's what you need. You know, maybe life's been a little chaotic, or work's been chaotic, or the relationship's been chaotic. And I think that it's a great week to dial everything back and focus more on just creating a more peaceful environment. I think that if you can do that, you're setting yourself up for success in the future. You know, if you're an Aries person watching right now and you feel like you've just been go, 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 and you've been nonstop chaos and nonstop intensity, this is a great time to reconnect back with your peace, your inner peace, okay? And having that for this week is going to help you navigate through these energies very well and prepare you for what comes next. That's what they're telling me. I don't know what comes next right now, Aries, but they're telling me, hey, you got to prepare yourself for what comes next, Ram fam. So something to keep in mind, okay? But either way, have a fantastic week. Take it slow this week. Enjoy your peace and your tranquility. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. Try to find that sweet spot. And definitely don't overwhelm yourself, okay? I feel like, once again, if we're going to play it safe, you know, be mindful in that retrospect. But other than that, looks like a pretty solid week here, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, Aries, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning on in. So we have done our lovely Ram fam. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We're going to hop on into our next sign here momentarily. Do want to say real quick, what's going on, SP? How are you? What's going on? hopefully I can say your name correctly, but Gayatri, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. What's going on? Raven, Mojo, hello. Long time. How's it going? And it's going well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jennifer, hi. What's going on? Christopher, appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. So like we previously started, we started out with fire. We're going to do fire, water, air, and earth for the lineup. Jumping into water, Cancer. Let's get on into you, baby, and see what we got going on. What insight and information, please, is going to be popping on through for the zodiac sign of Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week here of the 24th through the 30th. Team Cancer. Interesting energy coming into play. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Overall energy for you, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Taking a look at the current energy, Cancer, the Empress, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Queen of Wands in reverse, and outcome here, the Magician. I feel right off the bat, Cancer, you're not being assertive enough this week, where this week calls for your assertion. If you can tap into the energy where you are bringing out the big dick energy, you are asserting yourself, you don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks or what anybody has to say, I really feel like you could be manifesting some wonderful growth this week, because we have here, of course, the Empress card, the card of growth, of course, the Magician here, the card of manifestation, the card here of showing up. I feel like something here, you need to show up to something here, and you need to assert yourself, okay? You need to assert some dominance here, Cancer, is what I'm feeling for you. Maybe some Cancerians watching may feel like, okay, well, I'm not that dominant, right? Well, it's time to tap into that energy of dominance and dominate some area in your life where you feel like you're lacking assertion. Is this in your job? Is this with your boundaries? Is this in your romantic relationship? Is this in your friendships? Whatever you feel like you're kind of lacking assertiveness in, this is the time to take that power and say, okay, I'm going to assert myself. I'm going to do what I can here. I'm going to make sure that I'm dominating this area rather than feeling very pulled back and very disconnected. Looking at, once again, your current energy, the Empress card, the card here that represents growth, and it also represents somebody who's kind of comfortable in themselves, comfortable in their skin. You know, typically we feel like the reason we have a lack of assertion in the first place is because we may not feel super secure in whatever that role may be. You know, maybe we don't feel assertive in our relationship because we don't feel very secure in our relationship. Maybe we don't feel assertive in our role at our job because we just don't feel like we have the respect from our coworkers, right? Whatever the case may be, though, for you, Cancer, this is the time to show up. Show up and surprise some people this week. That's what I feel is the message for you. Period. Show up and surprise some people this week. Who gives a fuck if people don't appreciate the assertiveness or the dominance you have to bring to the table? Who cares about what people think? Maybe you're in a certain role in your job and you feel like nobody respects you. Guess what? They have no choice but to respect your role. So step into your role, lead in your role, and don't give a fuck about what other people think. Constructive criticism, sure. Genuine feedback, sure. But for the people who don't want to show you respect, fuck them. Do what you're there to do. In your relationship, you need to speak up for yourself. It's a two-person team, right? And at the end of the day, what your partner wants should matter also just as much as what you want. So speak up. Don't be afraid. Don't hold back, right? In your friendships, if you feel some type of way like that as well, assert yourself again. I feel like, Cancer, if you continue to let a person or a situation walk over you, you're putting yourself in a direction where it's not going to benefit you for the future. Like, I feel like right now, you not asserting yourself right now is making you furthermore disconnected from whatever your situation is resonating with, right? If it's work, if it's friendships, if it's relationships, the more that you don't assert your energy, the more disconnected you become. This is the time right now, once again, to show up and say, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to do this, right? Hey, romantic partner, I get that this is what you want, but I matter too. Here's what I want. Hey, coworkers, I get that you might not like that I'm your manager, but I'm here to fucking manage. Let's go, right? It's time to ring it in, Cancer, and bring out that big dick energy, and you're going to have a very fantastic week. You know what? Shock some people this week. If you have been very held back prior, show that true dominant nature you have and really wow some people moving forward throughout the week, okay? I feel like this is the time for you to step up, and if you don't, you know, it's definitely not helping you, okay, Cancer? So tap into that energy of confidence. Know that where you are, you deserve to assert yourself just as much as anybody else. Okay, love you, Team Cancer. Really interesting message. Not what I expected, but if it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have done our lovely Cancer. We've also done our fire previously. So we did fire, water. We're going to tap on into our air signs now, and we'll take a look here at the Libra gang. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Libras, happy birthday, guys. Hope you're excited. Welcome into Libra season, and let's see what we got going on here, baby. What insight and information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Libra, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next week or so. Give me 1 second here, Team Libra. Let me say a special thank you real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Moon Mama, thank you for being a member for over the past 9 months. Appreciate you. Hi, Aunt. Good to see you, and thank you so much for your time. Likewise, to you as well. Thank you for tuning in, Moon Mama. Much appreciated, and thank you for being a member and supporting the channel. That's always appreciated here as well. Nonetheless, what do we got going on for the zodiac sign here of Libra? Moving on into the next week. Team Libra, let's get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on. Overall energy for you is going to be the 5 of Wands. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the Magician in reverse, what you're dealing with, Libra. We have here the Judgment in reverse, and looking at the outcome for the week, guys, is going to be the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. So I do think that some cycles are closing, especially cycles that have been incredibly frustrating for you. So this is great news in my opinion, right? Having a frustrating cycle come to a close, can't beat that. Sounds good here to me. So let's go ahead and take a look. 5 of Wands here as your overall energy, current energy for the week, Magician in reverse. Magician in the reverse position represents not showing up, choosing to disconnect, not choosing to engage. I feel like overall, you've been very, how do I say this, forgiving towards someone, or forgiving toward a situation per se that has been incredibly frustrating for you. 5 of Wands can represent, you know, a lot of arguments, arguing, bickering, butting heads kind of energy. It could represent a lot of stress, like a stressful environment or a person who makes your environment stressful. And I think you've been very forgiving, like I mentioned, right? Looking at what you're dealing with though now, Judgment reverse. Judgment in the upright represents the energy of forgiveness. In the reverse, it represents, I cannot keep on forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. You know, it's time for me to make my judgment call that maybe it isn't worth it. I think you are coming to the conclusion this week that if you're dealing with a person or a situation or whatever the case here may be that has been consistently causing you stress, it's time to detach from that environment entirely. You've been giving it so many chances to see if it moves in a better direction, but if you keep on getting the same result's going to keep on reappearing, right? Especially if nothing changes. So you've been kind of holding out, hoping that something would change, but I think that it hasn't, and you're coming to that realization here this week about, okay, if nothing's changing, if it hasn't changed, you know, why would it change moving forward? So with that being said, I need to walk away from the stress in my life because I'm coming to the conclusion here that it's just not worth it. Maybe you're really always bickering with your partner. Maybe you're always bickering with your friends. Maybe you're always bickering in a work situation, or your work environment's incredibly toxic and frustrating. Whatever it may be for you, it's like, I just don't want to show up and deal with this energy anymore. It's time for me to move into something so much better. So Libras, definitely walking out of some environment here that's no longer serving to you, but I think that that's going to be of a great benefit for you moving into the near future. All right, Libra, appreciate you guys tuning in. Take it, of course, if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, guys, we have done our air, we've done our water and fire. Let's hop on into our earth signs. Jumping into the earth sign, baby, Team Capricorn. Let's see what we got going on here for your week. What insight and information, please, is popping on through here for the zodiac sign of Team Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. Moving on in throughout the week here of the 24th to the 30th. What do we got going on for Team Capricorn? Moving throughout the week here of the 24th to the 30th. Capricorns. Interesting energy coming through. Can't quite place my finger on it right now, but let's see what's going on. Cappy, taking a look here at the overall energy of your week. 10 of Swords. Oh boy. Could be some sort of ending. I do think that some of you here are fed up. I'm hearing fed up. I'm fed up right now. Okay, so that's what it's showing up here for Capricorns. Looking into the current energy, 4 Cups in reverse. what it is you're dealing with at this time. Four of Wands in reverse. Oh boy, looking at the outcome here, King of Wands in reverse as well. You are definitely ignoring somebody here this week. I do feel like you're starting to feel like you're coming to the end here with a relationship in your life. It doesn't have to be purely romantic. This could be a friendship. This could be a romantic partnership. It even could be a job or anything of that nature. As you guys know, these are general readings, but I think that you're reaching your limit here and you just don't feel like an environment is improving, whether that be a relationship or whatever the case here may be. So Capricorns, you are getting to that point where it's like, I'm just so not in the mood here to put my attention on all of this. I want to distract myself. I want to put my attention and energy on something else entirely. So I think you're reaching that limit point. Now, even though the Ten of Swords shows up here and the Ten of Swords typically represents endings and finality, I don't think that that is 100% accurate to what's going to be portrayed here this week. I don't feel like an ending is coming, but I think you're heavily considering it. It's like, okay, I've been having just a rough time with my romantic partner for months now, and I'm reaching my limit. It's like I'm almost there. I'm almost right at that ending. But right now, what I need the most is some space. Like I need time here away from this person, or I need time away from my job because it's been so infuriating and frustrating. And with having this time away and kind of putting my mind on other things, I think that that's going to help give me the insight I need to know whether or not if I want an official ending, right? So I need to get away from my husband for the week. All right. Maybe you're going on a week vacay from the hubby, who knows? Or you just kind of want to do your own thing and kind of be away from friends for a little while. See how you feel without them, right? You know, absence will either make the heart grow fonder or it will make you happier that you're absent from them. So I think that this week here, it's about just creating as much distance as you can from what's been frustrating and seeing how you feel and giving yourself more time to gain that insight on whether or not you want this official ending or you don't. So that's what I'm seeing coming up here for Capricorns. Of course, take that if that's what's resonating, right? Leave it if it doesn't. But I think that you need space right now. You need your mind focused on something else entirely. You know, it's been a little bit rough in your environment here. And even though, you know, you're getting close here to a complete ending, it's like, I want to take my mind off of all this, kind of reset my mental, and I think that will help me provide better insight going forward, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning on in. So we've touched base here with our first batch of Zodiacs. We're going to get into batch number 2 here momentarily, guys. I do want to say, as always, thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it so much. If you're enjoying today's weekly reading, hit that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you. And thank you. Fawn, I do want to say thank you for the $5 donation, dude. Appreciate it. You said, thank you, Aunt. This really hit home. I'm ready to throw in the towel with my marriage. I'm tired of fighting. Libra is on point. Yeah, you know, absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it's definitely not easy when it comes to marriage, but you know, you have to remember your peace means a lot. And you know, I think that especially seeing like over the months of that unfolding, you know, you've been mentioning your marriage, you know, being in a rough place for a while, you know, it gets to a point where everybody reaches that point where they're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And if you can't do it anymore, that's okay. You know, 100%. So you got to do what's best for you. And as long as you're doing that, you're going to be okay in the end. So thank you again for your donation and, you know, wishing you the best of luck, of course, Fawn, moving forward. Okay. All right, though, guys, quick little break. And then we're going to jump on into batch number 2. So give me a second here, guys. Okay. All right. How's everybody doing here tonight, man? Hope you guys are doing great. Pisces love, hello. Happy to see you. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. What's going on, Agape love? How are you? Appreciate you tuning in here. Thank you, Aunt Munch love. Of course. 100%, guys. Listen, man, at the end of the day, no matter what you guys are going through, remember, I'm here for you. Okay? The Soul Fam's here for you, so much love. Wishing you the best always. Guys. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into batch number 2 now. We started out with fire, right? We did, yeah. So it's fire, water, air, earth. We did Aries already. So coming up next in just a second is gonna be Team Leo. So Leo, get ready, baby. And let's see what we got going on. What insight and information, please, is gonna be showing up here for our zodiac signs of Leo. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. Moving throughout here the 24th through the 30th. What do we got going on for Team Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout the week here of the 24th through the 30th. Let's go ahead here, Leo, and check it out. Overall energy showing up here for you is going to be a 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Having a look here at the current energy, guys, we have here the 3 of Cups in the upright. What you're dealing with, Leo, 5 of Cups in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the 3 of Wands here in the upright position as well. Okay. Team Leo, interesting vibes. It's like on the one hand, like things feel good. On the other hand, things feel a little blah, if you will. But let's jump on into this one. So coming into the week, overall energy, 3 of Pentacles reverse, typically the card that represents something not working out. Looking at the current energy though, 3 of Cups, something making you happy. So it's almost like you're happy something isn't working out, is what I'm picking up on here for you. It's like it helps the process of grieving. It helps you move on and move forward faster. You know, looking at the outcome here, 3 of Wands, I can focus on the future in front of me. I think that you wanted to move on from something and you're kind of glad it didn't work out because you wouldn't have been happy if it did. Let's say you were connecting with somebody romantically, and if you were to proceed with that relationship, maybe you now realize I wouldn't have been happy being with that person. So I'm kind of glad that that relationship didn't work out or play out. You know, I wanted this job at first, but I'm kind of glad that the application that I put in was denied, because at the end of the day, now I can see I wouldn't have been happy working in that type of field. I'm much more happier where I'm at now. So it's kind of like a realization that you didn't go forward on a path and that was for a reason. You know what I mean? You didn't have something work out in your life and that was for a reason. You know, it's kind of like blessing or rejection's God's protection kind of moment. So it turns out that you're happy. You can move forward. You're excited for what's next. It's like, I'm glad that I didn't choose this path. So in the end, even though something didn't work out, in the end, it actually did work out for me, right? That's the type of vibe I'm picking up here. Moving into your week, of course, take that if it's resonating, leave it if it doesn't. But yeah, you know, something didn't work out, but you're glad that it didn't, okay? Interesting. It couldn't, you know, it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be about work or anything of that nature. It could be maybe you had plans this week and you're happy that they never went through, okay? You're much more happier sitting at home than going out and doing something. Could be anything of that nature. Could be something minuscule or something bigger, but that's the vibe I'm picking up here for you, okay? Interesting read though. All right, Leo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for stopping on by here tonight. So we've done our beautiful fire. Let's hop back on into our water, and we're going to take a look here at the lovely and amazing Scorpio gang. So let's go ahead over here, Scorpio, if I can find you. There you are, and get it popping. What insight and information is showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week here of the 24th through the 30th. What's going to be going on for Team Scorpio? Moving throughout this week. Scorpio, you just had a bunch of cards fall on out for me. The only card flipping upright, though, was the Magician. So throwing this out here, you could be connecting with a Virgo. You could be in the process of manifesting something with that Magician card. So you might be focusing on something very heavily, trying to manifest something, bring something into your reality. But let's get 2 more shuffles and let's see what we got here for your weekly. Scorpio, 24th through the 30th. Overall energy showing up here, Scorps, is going to be the Knight of Cups. You might be dealing with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Taking a look at the current energy, 9 of Wands. What you're dealing with, Scorpio, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And looking at your outcome here is going to be the 8 of Swords in the upright position as well. So as far as what I'm picking up on here for Scorpionic peeps, you do start out here with that Knight of Cups, and then you're pairing that Knight of Cups here to the 9 of Wands in the upright position too. So you've been very scarce in a way with the love that you have to offer. I feel like right now you're at a point where you want to be involved with people, you want to have close relationships, whether it's romantic or not, but you're having a hard time trusting if you can be totally open with the loving energy you have, because you don't want yourself to get hurt. Looking at the outcome, 8 of Swords, you're worried, you're overthinking. If I give myself to someone, will they hurt me in the end? If I show my true love and care for someone and get too attached, what if they fuck me over? What if they hurt me? So there is a fear coming in this week, and I think that that's showing up because you're starting to begin to have a care for a particular person. And it doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be anything, but you have a care for someone or something, and you're beginning to notice, I feel connected. I feel this attachment, and I'm just worried that if I get too close, it's going to bite me in the butt, right? If I get too close, I'm going to get screwed over. Here's the thing though, guys. It's better to get fucked over and hurt and take that risk than to never know at all. Period. I'd rather be burned 1,000 times to have an amazing, successful relationship. I'd rather have shitty, crappy friends who fucked me over 1,000 times to then eventually have the most amazing best friend in the world. At the end of the day, we're going to get hurt in the process of connecting with people, and we're going to get hurt when we care. But it's going to all be worth it in the end when we're with the right people. But we're never going to get to those right people if we're not open to people in general. If we're not open to being open with others in general, right? If we're always remaining closed off, sure, we might avoid some bad individuals, but we're going to avoid the good individuals too. And that's what it all boils down to. It's worth taking that risk. You know, beauty is pain, or pain is beauty, right? We always hear that. And that applies to many things in life. As difficult as it may be to get screwed over by someone, maybe the situation happens to be a person who screws you over. That sucks. But the more you keep your heart open, the more closer you get to resonating and connecting with those people who are truly for you in your life. And if you stay shut down, you're going to miss out on those good opportunities and those good people too. So Scorpios, a lot of fear coming up here this week. Maybe you're connecting with somebody romantically, you really like them. You're worried if it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't. Whatever isn't meant for you won't be meant for you, but whatever is, right? So go with it anyway. See what happens. Try not to worry too much and live in the moment. If you are enjoying connecting with somebody right now, let yourself connect with them. If you're enjoying, you know, some sort of new journey in your life and you're not sure where it's going to take you, fuck the fear. See where it goes, okay? Focus on getting back into the present moment. You know, all this worry and fear is about a future that you don't even know what's going to happen. So let yourself enjoy the now. Knight of Cups here says, I'm invested, I'm connected. I like someone, or I like something, or I'm emotionally invested in a situation. Let yourself be invested there and enjoy it. Don't worry about where it all goes. Worry about where it is now. Okay, Scorpio? Love you guys. Take what resonates, of course, leave what doesn't. But let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, okay? So we have touched base, guys, with our lovely water. We've also done our fire. So let's get back into it. We're going to tap into the air signs. Excuse me, everybody. Thank you very much. Getting on into the air, we did Libra already. So let's check out our lovely Aquarius gang. What's going on here, baby? What insight and information is going to be showing up for the zodiac signs here of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, moving throughout here the week of the 24th through the 30th. What do we got going on here for Aquarius, everybody? Throughout the week here of the 24th through the 30th. Team Aqua, baby. Let's go ahead here and see what is up. Aquarius, overall energy for you guys is going to be an Ace of Wands in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy of the week, we have here the Ten of Swords, what you're dealing with here. We have the High Priestess card. Looking at the outcome for you, we have here the Moon card in reverse. I think that somebody who you can't trust is going to be revealed to you, and it's going to be revealed that you cannot trust them this week. That is the vibe that I'm picking up on. Like, if you told like a secret to somebody, if you told somebody information in confidence, and then suddenly that information is leaked, suddenly that information is revealed, it's like, wow, I now kind of see that I have to end that trust that I had with somebody in particular, because I can see that this secret has been revealed, this secret has been exposed, right? High Priestess card, the bearer of secrets. Moon in reverse, though, you know, the card of the cat's out of the bag, right? There are things here that is, you know, starting to come to light, right? You know, what's the opposite of the moon card? It's the sun, right? And the sun's very revealing. So there is a reveal showing up here that I don't think you've intended for that to show up. I feel like somebody here is betraying trust this week, unfortunately. That's the way that I'm kind of interpreting this reading. And you're not very happy, right? But who would be, right, Aquarius? You know, if somebody betrays my trust, fuck you, dude, right? So at the end of the day, you're in this energy, Aquarian, where you're beginning to see that maybe you can't trust somebody. And it's disappointing, but I do see that automatically once you realize that, you nip the trust you had for them in the bud. It's like, okay, I can't trust you with this, then I'm not going to trust you moving forward, right? Like an air sign is very cutthroat. If you fuck over an air sign, the air sign's like, okay, very limited kind of relationship we're going to have now. If you fucking betray my trust, it's like, it's going to take a lot for me to ever trust you again, period. So it is what it is. It's frustrating. Emotionally, it sucks, but you're going to deal with it, and you're happier to know that, hey, I know I can't trust this person now, so it's better off that I know now than figure that out later, right? So that's the vibe that I'm seeing showing up for you. You know, if it does resonate to you, unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it never feels good having somebody betray your trust, but I get that feeling where this week somebody who is deceitful or somebody who you can't trust ends up being exposed. And with that, you're going to take it with a grain of salt and realize, you know, who you should be giving certain information to and who you can't moving forward. And, you know, it gives you a perspective of who you can trust, right? That's the vibe that I'm picking up here, Aquarius. Of course, take that if it resonates, right? Leave it if it doesn't, but let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Really interesting week here ahead. So we've done our air, we've done our water and fire, guys. We're going to hop back on into our earth signs, and we're going to check out the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. So let's see what's popping on in here for our bulls. What do we got going on, everybody, for the zodiac sign here of Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week here over the 24th through the 30th of September. What do we got showing up here, Team Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the 24th through the 30th. Let's go ahead, guys, and check it out. Taurus, overall energy here for you guys is a 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a, I almost said a fire sign, maybe a fire sign, who knows? But you could be connecting with a fellow Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Looking at the current energy, we have a High Priestess showing up here for you. What you're dealing with, a King of Cups, and looking at the outcome for you, an 8 of Wands coming into play here for you as well. Taurus, overall energy, you begin a 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Typically, this is a card that represents getting out of the cold here with somebody. But remaining alert. You're getting out of the cold with someone, but you're remaining alert about them. Looking at what you're dealing with here, King of Cups, somebody here is showing up very, how do I say this? Like very loving, very composed. But there's a reason you're staying alert about them. You know, looking at the outcome, 8 of Wands, watching their moves, watching where things go. This kind of gives me the vibe here that in the past, there was probably some sort of deceit, or there was probably a moment where something happened that you weren't very fond of. So I feel like you're coming out of the cold with somebody, but it's like I'm still being aware about them. I'm still keeping my eyes on them. I'm still seeing how things play out. Like they're showing up here with love. They're showing up here with appreciation, compassion, all these good things. But based on what's happened in our history, based on what's happened in our past, I still need to keep a close eye. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up on here for Taurians. Keeping a close eye on somebody. You're not watching them particularly like a hawk, but you're staying aware as much as you can. You're definitely in a better space with somebody in reference to your relationship, but you know, whatever has happened in the past has still happened. So you're keeping, you know, one eye open, if you will, here, Team Taurus. So in a way, there's good things showing up here. There's conflict resolution showing up here. You know, you're getting into a place with somebody where you are rebuilding your relationship, right? Something happened in the past that kind of put your relationship in a very odd or rough spot. You probably were in the cold with them for a long time. Now you're coming out of the cold with them. You're warming back up to this person, etc. That's a good thing here, trying to mend this relationship, but you're playing it by ear. It's to be determined. I'm not going to instantly pour all of my trust or all of my love or all of my, you know, trust, I guess, basically what I was trying to say, into this particular person. So I'm going to keep a close eye, point blank period. We'll see where this goes. It is to be determined, okay? Interesting. All right, Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Take it, of course, if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning on in. It's interesting, man. I'm seeing a lot of the readings here today, guys, about like trust and, you know, can we trust this person? We need to keep an eye on this or that. So pretty interesting theme of the week here showing up for a good majority of the signs. But anyhow, guys, batch number 2 is complete. We're going to get on into our final 4 signs momentarily. Do want to say thanks, everybody, for being here as always. Much appreciated to all of you. Jennifer said, I turned cold real quick. I keep hearing love. Love is coming. Where is it at? At the end of the day, right? What I learned in my journey is like, I used to turn cold really quick too. So that used to happen to me. And I noticed that when I was that way, when I was constantly the person who would turn cold very quickly, what would happen is I would find people who would make me continue to turn cold. The energy you're showing up in is the energy you're attracting, right? So I just rolled with the punches. As hurt as I would get by certain people, I never let myself shut down. And I feel like that played out really well for me because at the end of the day, despite the hurt, despite the pain, despite how much it sucked, and I won't lie, like there's times I've shut down, but I didn't shut down forever, right? I always open myself back up to love. I always open myself back up to connecting and finding the right people, because if you can be in that energy where you're open to it, inevitably you'll receive it. But if you're turning cold quickly and it's consistently happening, and if you're in that vibe, you're attracting the vibe you are. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So, you know, my recommendation always is embody that openness, embody that love, embody that radiant, positive, high vibrational energy, because having that vibe, inevitably somebody's going to match it, right? 100%. 100%, you know? And that's true too, what Fawn said, you know, when you're not looking for love, it always shows up at your doorstep, right? Isn't it funny how when you're single, it's like a fucking desert, you know? No one's there, you're not going on any dates, nobody wants to connect with you, and then you're in a relationship and poof, everybody wants you, right? Because you're not looking for the love anymore, you know, you found it. Or, you know, you decide to move on from your ex, you're like, you know what, Jason, I'm so done with you. You move on from Jason, and then suddenly you're single, you're having fun, you're enjoying being single, and then poof, here comes Robert. And you're like, what the fuck? I wasn't even looking for a man, but here's a man, you know? So at the end of the day, that tends to happen too, right? When you stop looking for the things you want, they tend to show up. So it's a pretty interesting phenomenon for sure. But either way though, yeah, 100%, 100%. Raven said I did too until I couldn't, but you're right, Aunt. I love myself more now, so I attract that a lot now. Like attracts like, so true. Yeah, 100%, 100%. It took me a very long time to love myself. So like when I didn't love myself, and like I'm still constantly in that process of loving myself, right? And I think you can never stop the process of self-love. There is always more to work on and improve. But when I was a lot younger, I had a lot of self-hatred, and I noticed I attract a lot of people who reflected that. Therefore, they would show hatred towards me. And when I started building myself back up again, finding love again, finding validation again, finding confidence again, people started to see that in me, right? So it's a very, very real thing that what you embody within radiates outward, and it gives people the opportunity to resonate with that. Yeah. So something to think about, guys. What's up, Ziomara? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing great. Anyhow, though, guys, let's jump back into it. We're going to hop into fire, and jumping into our fire, Sagittarius. Let's see what we got going on here, baby. What insight and information, please, do we got showing up here for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Moving throughout the 24th here to the 30th. What do we got showing up here for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the 24th through the 30th. Oh boy, Marissa. Oh boy. Good luck. Take some time to think it through, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Saggy, let's see what we got going on here for ya. Team Sagittarius, what do we got? Hang on a second. My cards over here, I gotta wrangle them up. Here we go. Sagittarius, overall energy for your week ahead. We got a beautiful Three of Cups coming in here for you. I love it. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Strength card, what you're dealing with, guys. We do have here the King of Cups, and looking at the outcome for Sagittarians is going to be the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So let's go ahead over here, guys, and talk about it. First things first, Three of Cups coming through for you. Great. This is the energy here of tapping into rejoice, enjoyment. I feel like you are focusing on enjoying yourself and spending time with friends and family this week. It looks to me like I need to be around and be more social. Looking at what you're dealing with here, the Strength card, you feel like you've been, you know, taking a lot of time kind of being held back and mending and licking your wounds and healing your wounds. Like you've been doing a lot of inner work is what it looks like. And now this week is the opposite of that. I want to get out of hermit mode. You know, I've definitely put myself in a better place mentally and emotionally, and I just want to be around my friends, my peeps, and enjoy myself and enjoy the company of others. So this week looks like a very social week for you. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, King of Cups, spending the time with the people you genuinely love and care for, and vice versa, the people who genuinely love and care for you as well. Looking at the outcome here, Six of Wands reverse. You know, it's like I've spent so much time kind of removing myself from, you know, putting my attention on others and having others have their attention on me, that it's nice to be around people again. You know, I think that everybody goes through those moments where they're in hermit mode for a while, but inevitably when we start to want to be social again, it feels nice to reconnect and catch up. And that's what your week here seems to be about, you know? So if you've been kind of just doing inner work lately, keeping to yourself, healing, licking your wounds, not really wanting to associate with anyone, you can expect this week to be a very social week. I want to go hang out with my friends. I want to go do some stuff. I want to get out of the house. I want to be active. I just want to be involved with people and with the individuals that I love. I'm in the mood to not be in my energy, focusing on healing and licking my wounds. You know, like I just want to be out and about and have a good time. And that's what it looks like here to me. So I like it. I approve this message. All right. I don't know why I said that, but either way, Sagittarius, okay? Like a commercial. CancerMoonsTarot approves this message. I like it. I think that it's good to get out of your head sometimes, you know, especially if you've been there for a minute healing and doing all this work. It's good to take fucking breaks from that and kick it with your friends or the people you love and just have a good time and do fun shit and be silly and not care too much or get too serious with what's going on in life. Everybody deserves that kind of break, and that's what this week here seems to be all about. So Sagittarius, I love it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But thank you guys for tuning in here anyhow. Appreciate you so much. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, guys. So we've touched base with all of our fire. Up next is going to be our water, and we'll be tapping in here with the Pisces momentarily. Hey, very happy Mondays. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming on through. All right, guys. Pisces, you are up. Let's see what we got going on here for the fish. Okay, what insight and information is showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week here of the 24th through the 30th. What do we got going on here for the fish? Team Pisces. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. You had a Hangman card jump out as I was shuffling. That is the Pisces zodiac card. It's representative of realizing why you're stuck, you know, in certain situations, or having a realization of like why you are where you are. Okay. So some of you could be having some pretty big realizations this week, or just seeing why you're stuck where you are. I feel like things are coming to light. There's going to be light bulb moments, okay, for Pisceans. But let's get our last shuffle and let's see what we got going on. Pisces. Overall energy for you is going to be a 10 of Wands coming into play. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Coming into the current energy, we have here the 9 of Wands. Yeah, looking at what you're dealing with here, Pisces. 6 of Swords. Looking at the outcome for you, we have here the King of Cups. Okay. Moving forward with that 6 of Swords. I love it. It seems to me overall energy 10 of Wands. You've been dealing with a lot of things burdening you, bothering you. Looking at the current energy, 9 of Wands, you've been holding on to a lot of it. So you've been dealing with a lot of internalized frustration, and it's been pent up. And this is going to be the week here where you let a lot of that shit go. This is going to be the week here where you realize why you've been feeling the way you feel. And the key component as to why you've been feeling this way has been you bottling up everything. Pisces, inevitably, when we bottle something up for so long, it's gonna burst, okay? That's what she said. But think about it. It's like shaking up a soda can. When you shake up a soda can and then you automatically twist off the top, what happens? The soda goes everywhere. So with that being said, it's similar to what you've been bottling up. Bottling up all these emotions, inevitably, you're prone to have that explosion. And I think that you're realizing that's why I've been feeling the way I feel. I haven't had an outlet. I haven't been opening up. I haven't been communicating what I've been feeling, and keeping this all to myself hasn't been helpful in the slightest. You know, you can expect this week here to move forward from these energies more than likely from opening up, whether it be to a close friend, to a family member, to people you can confide in and trust. But you are definitely going to see a difference in your emotions moving throughout this week, because you are in a healthy way allowing yourself to express them. And that doesn't even have to mean, by the way, that you're expressing them to people. You could be letting them out. You can be feeling the emotions rather than keeping them in, right? I always tell people the number one thing to heal is to feel, right? It's super important, but super true. The only way we heal is by feeling these particular emotions. So I think that this week you are getting ready to open that up, whether through talking to yourself and communicating and tapping into your own feelings with your own personal self, or whether that be communicating and venting to friends and family, whatever the case may be. You're finding a healthy outlet here this week, so that you're not bottling them up anymore, but they can be released in a healthy manner. That's the vibe I'm seeing showing up for you, and I love it. I think that you guys really needed this too. So having a healthy outlet to release your feelings this week, super, super good, Pisces. Don't keep bottling them all up, okay? Or otherwise it's gonna burst, okay? Once again, that's what she said. All right, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Love you, Team Pisces. Shout out to the fish, okay? All right, guys, all the water signs are all finished up here for the weekly. Let's get back on into our air signs and see what's up here for the Gemini. What's going on here, Gemini, baby? What do we got showing up here for Team Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in throughout the week here of the 24th through the 30th. Gemini, I feel like you have a very short shuffle, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay. Gemini, overall energy for you, Strength in reverse, looking at the current energy of the week. Page of Cups in reverse, what you're dealing with, Gemini. Knight of Cups in reverse, looking at the outcome for you. Seven of Cups, you are confused AF with somebody and their energy. They are hot and then they're cold. They're yes and then they're no. They're in and then they're out. They're up and then they're down. Katy fucking Perry. This is what's going on with the person you're dealing with, okay? Is that Katy Perry? Who fucking knows? I'm really bad with music and names. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? If I'm wrong, let me know. You're dealing with a very hot and cold energy, a very hot and cold person. And I think you're getting to the point here this week, Gemini, where it's like, dude, is it even fucking worth holding space for them? You know, looking at the overall energy, Strength in reverse, is it worth holding space for them? Is it worth being so open to them and forgiving and loving? You know, I'm just getting to that point where I'm tired of the hot and the cold because I'm so confused. How does this person feel, right? Is what you really want to know, you know? Could be a friend. It could be more than likely a romantic person you're dealing with. It is Katy Perry. Thank you guys for letting me know. But it could be it's more than likely a romantic person you're dealing with, but it could be anybody. It could be a boss. You know, hey, my boss loves me one day. The next day they're like, haha, fuck you, right? So you're so tired of this hot and cold energy. Super frustrating. 100%. Been there many times. And you are getting to that point where it's like, is it worth holding space? Because I'm tired of not having a definitive answer on how someone feels. If there's any kind of advice I can give to you this week, have that direct conversation with them. Like, hey, I've been getting mixed signals. What's going on? How do you feel? It's always good to put all the cards out on the table rather than to keep on waiting for something to change or waiting for the consistency. Hey, do you fuck with me? Oh, you fuck with me? Cool. Let's keep that consistency because I've been feeling different vibes, right? But having that conversation also opens up to maybe, hey, I'm sorry you're feeling this way, but this is what I actually mean. This is what I actually feel, right? Having those direct conversations opens up the other perspective of the other person so that they can enlighten you and give you insight as to what's going on with them. You know, maybe you might be feeling some weird mixed signals and weird vibes. Maybe the person you're dealing with had no idea that's how you felt. And they're like, oh shit, let me clarify what's going on here, right? So it's super important to have direct conversations. And I think this week, definitely in reference pertaining to this situation, having a direct conversation, kind of calling out the person you're dealing with would be the best way to go about it. You know, if you keep holding space for them and dealing with this weird vibe and weird energy and this inconsistency, you're only going to be furthermore confused and furthermore, you know, in the Seven of Cups vibe. But if you kind of call them out a little bit and say what you need to say, then that's where you can get that clarification and then take it from there. So that would be my best advice here for Geminis. If that's your story, cool. If not, no worries. But let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Gemini, for tuning in here anyhow. Okay. All right, baby. Have a great week, y'all. So we've done all of the water, fire, and the air. We're going to get on in, guys, into our last but are not least zodiac here for the weekly reading. And we're going to be tapping on in here with the Virgo. So let's go ahead, guys, and get it popping. What insight and information is going to be showing up, everybody, for the zodiac sign here of Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus moving on in throughout the 24th through the 30th. What's going on, everybody, for the zodiac here of Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the 24th through the 30th. Virgo gang. Let's go ahead here, guys, and get it popping. Team Virgo, overall energy for you is a 10 of Cups. I love it, dude. You could be connecting here possibly with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Showing up in the current energy of the week, we have here the Empress in reverse. What you're dealing with, guys, we have here the Four of Pentacles. And looking at the outcome for you, we have here the Hermit in the upright position. So, Team Virgo, let's go ahead and check it out. By the way, you're showing up here in your reading with the Virgo card here, aka the Hermit. So super cool to see your energy coming on out. Now, we begin here with that 10 of Cups, and we're pairing that 10 of Cups here to the Empress in reverse, Libra energy. It kind of feels to me like this week, Virgo, you are at a point in time where you know that you have people that you can rely on. I feel like this is going to be that week where if you're not feeling yourself, you have a support system, a support group where these people can lift you up, where your family, where your friends, where your lovers can lift you up. This is the vibe, Virgo, where I might not be feeling my best or feeling myself, but everybody else in this environment is here to support me. And with that being said, looking at what you're dealing with here, Four of Pentacles, there isn't anything in the world I would trade for that. I'm going to continue to hold on to these people. I feel like this is the week where you realize how loved you genuinely are. And it might not resonate to every Virgo out there, but if you've been having a bit of a tough time, this is going to be the week where you realize just how loved you are. People at your side willing to rally for you. People by your side willing to uplift you. People by your side doing everything they can to make you feel better. You know, looking at the outcome, the Hermit, it's like the Hermit could be a card that represents space, but it also could be a card that represents knowledge and wisdom. It's like you're realizing it's wise to keep people around you who truly care. It's wise to not isolate, but instead to let the people be there for you that you're there for as well. You know, a lot of the time, especially for me being a Cancer, right? What I can tend to do is like push away those that I love because I'm afraid to burden other people. I think one of the biggest sources of wisdom you're gaining this week, Virgo, is that you're not burdening other people by letting them love you. You're engaging in that love that you have for them as well. And there's nothing burdening about that at all. You know, if you're a person watching, by the way, word of the wise, if you're a person watching and you think that telling people what's going on with you is going to be a burden to them, either you're not with the right people, all right, or you're way too far in your head. Because for the people who genuinely love you, you're never going to be a burden to them. No matter what you're ranting about, no matter what you're upset about, no matter what's going on, if people love you and want to be there for you, let them. Okay? So Virgo, I think this is one of those weeks where you're in your head a little bit, you know? You're not feeling your best, but you're going to see just how loved you are. And if there's any sense of advice I can give you, Virgo, if you have people here who love you and want to be there for you, let them this week, okay? Don't push away those that you love, and don't believe you're burdening those that love you. Just as you can be there for all the peeps you love, let them be there for you too, okay? Like I said, it might not be your story for the week. If it isn't, cool. If it is, happy to resonate with you. But definitely the time here where I feel once again, this is the week where you're going to just know and feel just how loved you are, okay? I love that, guys. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Do have a fantastic week, okay? All right, everybody. Thank you, Team Virgo, for stopping on by. Much love and appreciation to you. And with that all being said, guys, thank you all so much, man, for coming out here to today's weekly reading. Really appreciate everybody here tuning in. Of course, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, guys. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. I do want to say, guys, as always, if you're interested in personal readings, you can visit my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It is in the description box down below. If you'd like to book a reading with me, definitely feel free to. Other than that, guys, I've had some September readings going out. If you haven't seen them already, they're getting posted and they're in the process of getting posted, so stay tuned. Other than that, I don't think I have any more updates for you guys, other than the fact that I am super duper tired and I'm going to go ahead and relax for the rest of my night. But thank you all for being here. I love and appreciate you. I know you guys have been missing the dailies. I know that the weeklies aren't the most fulfilling thing out there, but I'm happy to still show up live here, even if it's once a week, guys. Still happy to be here. Miss you all dearly, and it was very nice here to reconnect with each and every single one of you. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful week. Be well, my friends, and I will catch everybody in the next video. Guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Later, y'all, and peace. Been fighting